Mazel tov to you, Noah. Mazel tov. You should be very proud. And as I was sitting over there, just before or as the service was beginning, and sitting behind my colleague, Rabbi Elijah McCarroll, the words going through my mind were, and so it begins. Yasher Koach, Rabbi McCarroll. The Modezer Rabbi in 19th century Poland said, in reference to the priestly blessing, "Bless the Jewish people as you find them. Do not look for the best or most important, nor the greatest scholars or the most righteous persons, for every Jew deserves to be blessed." Just over 14 years ago, and in the company of my 20 darling classmates, I stood before the Aron HaKodesh, the Holy Ark, within the magnificent Plum Street Temple in Cincinnati, Ohio. It was the culmination of my 5 years of remarkable learning, hands-on experience, travel to and serving of new and different Jewish communities, and the nurturing of friendships that endure to this day. My teachers remain the dearest of friends and mentors. My classmates and I, spread out as we are over the United States and Canada, and with whom I crossed our very own Jordan River in 2008, are forever joined at the hip. And Cincinnati, Ohio became and is still, for my family, always a home. Among the many moments that encompass that beautiful experience in 2008 is a cherished connection to Shabbat today. For the day of my ordination was, as is today, Shabbat Nassau, and a day that allowed us to recite, listen to, and reflect on the Birkat Kohanim, better known as the priestly blessing. The priestly blessing are words associated with the naming of a Jewish child and the adoption of a Jewish child. They are associated with the journey of a bat or bar mitzvah. They are bestowed upon our new temple confirmands. They are spoken by a rabbi to a couple beneath their chuppah during a Jewish marriage ceremony. And in my own family, they are recited in our home when welcoming Shabbat on Friday evening. May God bless you and take care of you. May God be kind and gracious to you. May God favor you and bring you peace. Though known as the priestly blessing, the Israelite high priests, we are taught, did not themselves possess the power to confer upon nor withhold blessings from the Israelites. Only God assures us of our well-being. The high priests, just as the rabbis today, serve as the conduit through which God's blessings were pronounced upon and embraced by the people. According to the 19th century scholar and rabbi, Samson Raphael Hirsch, the point is underscored in the verse immediately following the priestly blessing. Thus they, that is, the priests, shall link my, that is, God's name, with the people of Israel, and I shall bless them. And in the Midrash, the blessings conclude with shalom, peace, to remind us that the blessings in themselves are of no avail unless they're accompanied by peace. Greatest peace, said Rabbi Eliezer, and that is the chatima, the seal of the entire priestly blessing. Greatest peace because it outweighs everything else. Peace is a grand thing, so precious that for all the deeds and meritorious acts undertaken by our ancestor Abraham, the only reward given to him and that counted was peace. But without peace, prosperity, health, food, and drink are meaningless. The priestly blessing is a message of reassurance and comfort. It is a message imbued with strength, hope, and promise. It is a message with which the Israelites and Jews today may continue to live lives of gladness and aspiration, the very same gladness and aspiration expressed moments ago to Holy Blossom's newest bar mitzvah and teacher, Noah Adair. The priestly blessing generates devotion that we in turn express to God through our prayers, our blessings, and by way of our deeds and loving kindness and acts of social justice among one another. And however joyous the occasion, the simcha, during which the priestly blessing is recited, we can't help but be moved by the foregoing commentary by the Moditzer Rabbi that all persons, irrespective of the experience, are worthy of blessing. Because, as it was pointed out to us in rabbinical school, a blessing is an expression of gratitude. So pause and reflect then upon those who express kindness to you, who continue to take an interest in your well-being, and who in countless ways are the blessings of your life, just as much as you are blessings in theirs. Those who sheltered, fed, clothed, taught, hollered, forgave, and continue to love you unconditionally, where and who would you be without them? Those who from among your youngest days have been and continue to be your teachers, whose words of wisdom continue to guide you. Those who in their own unique way have served to facilitate your healing. After all, as our tradition teaches us, each of us who reaches out to another who is ill diminishes her or his illness by 1/60. Those who have consoled you as you have endured the loss of a loved one, and not necessarily with spoken or written words, but just by their silent and comforting presence. Those who have, when you are discouraged or in despair, have sought to advise and encourage you, to remind you of your worth and the skills, gifts, and strength of character that you strive to share with others. And those who endeavor in these ways and others to share the best of themselves. I can't imagine welcoming Shabbat into my home without the priestly blessing. I can't imagine engaging in a moment of happiness without the priestly blessing. I can't imagine when recalling that amazing day at Plum Street 14 years ago, who I am and who I aspire to become without the priestly blessing. Nor can I imagine all those prior to and since my ordination who have been and continue to be the blessings of my life. So may we all acknowledge those who make a difference in our lives, and may we all as is the way of the God of Israel, gaze lovingly upon the object and source of our blessing. Can you hear us on? May it be God's will.